my 32 thoughts do your job! Hello and welcome to everybody's favorite day of the week. It's time for another edition of Steve's Dangits, where we take a look at the biggest dangits from around the NHL over the past week. A video that you will no doubt watch on top of the video that I also made earlier today about the Jack Eichel trade. No, I didn't move background, it's a lot of work, but I did change shirts. Ugh, I'm exhausted. So let's talk about the biggest dangits from over this past week, and oh, it's producer Drew's favorite. Here's Jordan Binnington being.
Waiting again, across, and the net is off. McCarr scored, and pushing after the whistle. And a lot of pushing.
And this might be the spark that the Blues need right here. To the right of the goaltender, Jordan Binnington. John, I was looking at the monitor down here between the benches, and whoa, wow, that was at Kadri right there.
No.
And here we go with 91 comes over there afterwards. Binnington's not going to back away from that.
Heck, he tried to fight Kyle Clifford a couple of years ago. He'll take on anyone.
Yeah.
And then he shot the puck toward Kemper.
Yeah, that's the part that I missed that part.
Right. So he's trying to fire up his team.
Okay, so where do you start? When Jordan Binnington entered the NHL, he was known for two things: never losing and winning the Stanley Cup. Last year, he became known for almost starting fights a little bit and getting kind of grumpy a lot. This season is a fun marriage of those two things, where he's been pretty good, but also is still doing this stuff. Where do we start? I guess we'll start chronologically. There's a scrum. There's general upsetness. I play hockey and I'm upset. Then he shoots the puck at Darcy Kemper, which is generally what Darcy Kemper wants to have happen to him, just not in this context. Then he swings his stick at Nazem Kadri. He swings it right at his face. And who gets penalized for it? You guessed it, Nazem Kadri! Okay, that joke off the top, Nazem Kadri got a misconduct for being. You ever wonder if Nazem Kadri wakes up in the morning only to find an NHL official standing over him going, "You can't do that"? Yes, Binnington got a misconduct too, but you know what? He got to keep playing! Here's a question: why don't goalies have to serve their misconducts? I understand why goalies can't serve their minor penalties. I suppose I understand that. But actually, no! You did a bad thing, so you get a penalty. Don't do that bad thing. There should maybe be a special exception to the rule, like if there is no other backup on the bench because of an injury, that can't happen. But if you're a goalie and you do something worthy of a 10-minute misconduct, get in the box! Oh, Jordan, oh, Naz, that's a match made in heaven, and I'm sure it won't be the last time I feature both of those guys, perhaps in the same video, in these dangits. That's a dangit. Our second dangit, Tony DeAngelo. Oh, there's more? Sorry, it's Tony DeAngelo punching Tyler Johnson. I'm not gonna get too specific. Just watch.
Oh boy, here we go. Tony DeAngelo is gonna drop the gloves here with Reese Johnson, and they went right into the center of the ice for this one. DeAngelo throws a right, now another. Now Johnson comes back with a right. DeAngelo takes one, throws another punch, then DeAngelo slams Johnson to the ground, and the linesman will get involved with that. As this one comes off of the faceoff, and DeAngelo shouts to the crowd, and they get fired up.
Tony plays with bite, he plays with swagger. They communicated, they squared off, and they both went for it. And then Tony, the reaction with the crowd. Couple of goals in a couple of nights. Well, hang on here.
Oh, yeah, you know? Sometimes people watch these and they're like, I don't really understand what a dangit is. And then all at once, everybody who saw this clip went, oh, I get it. Tyler, I'm so sorry. That's a dangit. For our next dangit, you always mean to do the right thing. You always mean to do the best thing. Like, for example, NHL teams get onto the ice and they mean to score goals. And they're allowed to, unless the refs forget to do their job.
And the spin away. They'll be dropping it off for Atkinson. Nice little move there. Goes side of net. They jam away. And where is it? Still loose. They score! Atkinson jumps on the loose puck. And finally, the Flyers on the board. It's 1-0. Number 7 for Atkinson.
Melka not happy at all. Felt like he had the puck covered in the crease area. Derek Brassard just would not give up on the play. Officials having a discussion about it right now. And Brassard just kept poking away, trying to loosen that puck up. Eventually he does. And I don't think the goaltender had complete control of it. There's Brassard. Lemecki thinks he's got it there, but Brassard's stick was kind of in the way as he reached down to put his glove on top of the puck. Listen to the sticks whacking and hacking, and it's pushed across.
No whistle. There is quite a conversation going on, though. They are seriously contemplating making a call here, Jones.
Yeah, so we don't know what the call on the ice is right now. That's what they're discussing. They have not made the call other than pointing to the net there that it was a goal.
Right.
But the other linesman and official can discuss it before they go to check and see if the goal was scored in a legal fashion.
And really, the only thing they check when they go to replay is whether it crossed the line or was it kicked in, and that clearly wasn't the case. So this is about how the puck got to Atkinson. Let's see what the call is.
The officials' call on the ice after speaking with each other is we have no goal. The puck was covered by the goaltender. We have no goal.
With no whistle. Ever. The whistle never blew.
So you keep playing until the whistle, and Brassard had the right idea.
This is a fun one. I like this one. Because this is a goal, but it's not a goal. The goalie covered it up and then had it kicked out from under his glove. You can't do that. But also, there was no whistle, meaning that the refs completely missed that fairly obvious thing. But if you look at number 3 there, I mean, it wasn't obvious to him from his angle. That is perhaps the most on-brand thing in NHL officiating history, being right for the wrong reasons. Sorry, Flyers. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, this was an intense debate between producer Drew and I. He's saying this is a hat pick. I'm saying this is a dang it. Without telling you what it is, so that there's no bias, just show it.
Up to Klingberg. Looking for a lane, and great moves. A shot, score! Oh my goodness, John Klingberg snapped the ankles of Harkins and ties the game 3-3.
They may have to bring a splint or a stretcher out in order to get Harkins off the ice after that. Klingberg absolutely stood, dusted, maneuvered. Second time we've seen a lobotomy in the game, and then a dart high on the blocker side on Comrie. Good forechecking hustle to work it back up top, and they, bang.
It's a tough one. On one hand, really good move by John Klingberg, holy cow, and he scored. But Jansen Harkins, dude, for me that's a dang it, because every time I've watched it so far, which has been a few, I've laughed really hard. Now, did Pavel Datsyuk ever do stuff that was so impressive that it made you laugh? Yes. But remember that deke, that amazing deke he did where he ended up making 2 members of the San Jose Sharks fly into each other? Well, let's look at that historically. What would we call that? A hat pick or a dang it? It was a great deke. Yeah, it was a great deke, but the main attraction is the 2 guys running into each other. So for me, yes, Klingberg, great move. Yes, Klingberg, great goal. But the main attraction is Jansen Harkins skating like me. To me, that's a dang it. For our next dang it, we have 2 teams switching roles. The Carolina Hurricanes have been very good. The Chicago Blackhawks have been very bad. And on this play, they decided to reverse it.
Minute and a half in. And just 1 shot on goal so far. It belongs to the Hawks. Here's Alex DeBrincat with a shot to score! There's a fast start for the Cat.
And Patrick Kane starts right where he left off last game, with about a 10-foot sauce pass through the neutral zone. You don't see a lot of these passes that get through in the neutral zone, and Svechnikov, who tries to glove the puck down, actually helps work the puck in Alex DeBrincat's favor. It's the old tip drill from the NFL. And
people often say, oh, they just handed that goal to them. No, that's what the Hurricanes did. Andrei Svechnikov, who is really good, bats the puck out of the air to Alex DeBrincat, who unfortunately for him is also really good, and he beats Frederik Andersen, who's been pretty good. Poor Svech. You try to do the right thing, and you end up giving it right to Alex DeBrincat. Buddy, that's a dang it. For our next dang it, I've never seen this before. I don't even know how this happens.
Drag move around Geekie, centering pass, redirected. Yamamoto waits and could not thread it through heavy traffic in front. Gets it right back, fires, and again blocked. And we've got, I think, is
Dunn and Nugent Hopkins are lodged. Their skates are lodged together. I have never seen that in 20 years of covering pro hockey.
2-1.
How? How? Simply how? That's all I have. How on earth do Vince Dunn and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins end up in this situation? How long did it take for everyone to figure out that that was what was happening? Their teammates obviously didn't know. One of them blocks a shot. You know, sports and fandom are wild emotionally because they give you the highest of highs, and then on other nights you're like, why do I even watch? And the answer is, you never know what you haven't seen before until you see it. It took the NHL over 100 years to get a moment like this, and it took the Seattle Kraken like, what, 8 games? Unbelievable. That's a dang it. For our next dang it, Mitch Marner had a tough start to the season, but he gets a very charitable first goal.
Tavares back out there. Kerfoot gets it into the Detroit zone. Won't be long now. The Whalers turned over, scores! And there's one for Mitch Marner to end the drought. And he'll take it any way he gets it.
It's hilarious because you can tell by his reaction that he's barely even relieved to get it because that's not how he pictured it. You know, I'm going to snipe it. I'm going to do some crazy dangle like he ended up doing in the next game. Nope. Nick Leddy just giving the puck to you. And to be clear, this is not a dang it on Mitch Marner. He scored the goal. He scored what ended up being the game-winning goal. But Thomas Greiss, if you're a goaltender, tend the goal, but also sometimes goaltenders do sort of need to play the puck. They just have to rely on their defenders to not give it away, which Leddy does. That, for Nick Leddy, is a dang it. For our next dang it, reffing is hard. Here's a blatant missed trip call, followed by the overtime winner.
Covered, tip it to the corner. Pass back, picked off. Flames battle, Backlund down. 3-on-1 opportunity. Kachuk back into the play. Here's Granlund with some room. Makes a pass. They score! Fired home by Matt Duchene on the setup by Granlund. Markstrom will complain, but Nashville with the OT winner and a 3-2 victory to snap the Flames win streak at 6.
And Jacob Markstrom is furious, and I think he has a good point here. If you watch at the Flames blue line, Ekholm interferes with the Flames player. I believe it was Michael Backlund trying to come back into the play. So here's the original play where Backlund is tripped. Now, if you watch Ekholm right there, and it's interference on Matthew Kachuk, excuse me, but a beautiful pass by Granlund right onto the tape of Duchene, and without any hesitation, he goes top shelf.
You know when a trip happens and the refs aren't sure about it, they're like, ooh, as long as it doesn't lead to anything. You ever think they watch the puck go down the ice and go, oh, don't score, don't score. Oh, he scored. No, I'm going to hear about this. Don't worry. No, you're not. Refs don't have to answer questions after the game. You're good. You're good to be bad, like, forever. It's fine. Understandable that the ref would miss that. You know, the puck was right there. How do you miss that? How do you miss that? Screamed every Calgary Flames fan all at once. That's a dang it. And can I just point out, missed call leads directly to a Matt Duchene goal. Whatever the opposite of Forrest Gump is, that's what Matt Duchene is. That's it. Of course. Of course! And our last dang it is once again something where I had difficulty deciding if this was a hat pick or a dang it, but generally speaking, the tiebreaker is did it make me laugh? And this did. Here's Thatcher Demko making a save as a goalie without goalie equipment.
Banajan missed the pass. Tyler Myers failed to clear it. Puck is centered. Panarin fanned on it. In front. Tyler missed the net. Big pile up in the goal crease. Panarin cuts in front. He shoots. Sprawling is Demko. Panarin again. Shoots. Blocked by Demko. Wild action. Demko's lost his blocker. He's waving at the referee. Demko doesn't have his blocker. He's got a bare right hand. There's another shot. And I don't know how he stopped that. Now the referee sees that Demko doesn't have his blocker. Miraculous play in the Vancouver goal crease. And a standing ovation.
I mean, there's a bunch of plays in there that could be a hat pick for Demko. I mean, we can do it twice, Drew. Can't we? Well, who's gonna tell us not to? Here's one of my 32 thoughts. Do your job! Thatcher Demko was missing his blocker, which is a very important piece of equipment. But guess what? It doesn't work like a helmet. If the helmet comes off, oh, they blow the whistle right away because they don't want you getting hurt. If your blocker comes off, screw your hand, you don't need it that bad, and you have too. If you're Thatcher Demko, I can imagine how you would be sitting there and saying, I know I made the saves, but dang it. So, that's what we got for Steve's Dang It's this week. Do you think we got them all right? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comment box down below. Oh, I know I didn't have to tell you that. Now, that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Jordan Binnington and Matt Duchene walk into a Dang It. That's the joke. That's a terrible joke. Listen, I've had to shoot 2 videos today and stop it!